or pitting space. The bad news was it took us 2 cars to do it. So that's not a very good average, but this car late in practice yesterday afternoon was pretty doggone good. So we're looking to move up, and you know how the competition is here, Steve. It's my guess about as good as yours to how far we can move up in this little hot rod, but we're real excited about the season. I got a great team, and we've just had a great time getting going this year, and we're looking forward to all these races.
In the closing stages of last week's Daytona 500, many of the preseason favorites to contend for the championship were knocked out, including such names as Dale Jarrett, Terry Labonte, and quite a few others, Mark Martin included, and Jeff Burton. They all come to Rockingham now looking to improve their place in the field as they challenge for the 1999 Winston Cup season. Terry Labonte, he'll start 13th today as he looks to gain some points on Jeff Gordon, who comes out of Daytona leading the points. And how about Dale Jarrett? He was caught up in that wreck. And Dale, 5 out of the last 6 races here, you finished second. Isn't it time you win here at Rockingham and come out of here with some big points?
Well, it would be nice, certainly. We've had some good runs here, races that we thought that we should have been in victory lane, but it didn't work out that way. So it would be nice to get there today.
The helmets are on, they're belted in. We're ready to go racing on a chilly day at The Rock.
Welcome to the North Carolina Motor Speedway at Rockingham for TNN Motorsports live coverage of the Duralube Big Kmart 400. A very cold day out there. Hardy Winston Cup fans pack the stands and the drivers are ready to get at it. Hi everyone, I'm Mike Joy. I'm thrilled to be here alongside Buddy Baker and Dick Berggren. Buddy, what is the toughest part of this racetrack?
Coming out of turn 2, no matter what anyone ever tells you about the Rock, you're sitting there coming out of the corner and you go, I got it, it's got great grip, and all of a sudden, wham, into the wall, and then you're thinking, what am I going to tell my car owner?
Dick, the story today will be tires.
Yeah, well, in the tire store, it really is a result of the surface of this racetrack, which one driver likens to the surface of a cheese grater. This is not a foreign planet. This is turn 3, the groove. The rocks are marble and granite. They're sharp. The crews have to work with springs, tire pressure, corner weights, and shock absorbers to try and get the most out of their tires. Tire management is more important than speed here. The drivers, well, they're going to search around all day for the best line, and they will have to practice throttle management. Can't buzz those back tires. Got to keep them under the race car. The guy who does the best with his tires is liable to be the guy who's going to win today at Rockingham.
And for the folks who missed the setup, it's going to be a very, very long day this afternoon. We're getting set to fire engines and continuing with our pre-race ceremonies here at the North Carolina Motor Speedway. I'll tell you, it's fun to be here. I haven't been here in several years, and the grandstands now reach the sky, make the racetrack look kind of small and intimate compared to Daytona.
Oh, exactly, but I tell you, the racetrack hasn't changed that much. It's still the toughest place you'll go all year long, and that's why the people come here in droves, because it's a good race from start to finish, and most of the time, Jeff Gordon hit it all. You got to move around, look for that good place to race here. If the car's not working, change your line.
All right, we're going to go trackside for the national anthem. Sarah Evans, who will join with Lori Morgan, Mindy McCready, and Martina McBride in a CMT special, will sing it.
Can you sing by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare
TNN Motorsports coverage of the Duralube Big Kmart 400 is brought to you by Haviland Formula 3 Motor Oil. Add more life to your car. And by the more than 2,500 AutoZone stores across America. AutoZone, best parts in auto parts. And by Ford, maker of vehicles that are built to last. And by Exide NASCAR Select, the official automotive battery of NASCAR.
Michael came onto the scene in IndyCar.
On the sand hills of eastern North Carolina near the world capital of golf at Pinehurst, we are set for 400 miles of racing. The Duralube Big Kmart 400. Let's have a look at our Ford track description.
You can see it's just a little over a mile. Of course, the back straightaway is 1,367 feet long. The corners are 22 degrees banking in 1 and 2, and 25 degrees banking in turns 3 and 4.
And let's have a look at our AutoZone prep for today's race. Posted awards, including point fund money, total $1.9 million. 43 cars will start. The distance, 393 laps. Last October, Jeff Gordon set the track record for 400 miles at 128 miles per hour. This is the 68th Winston Cup event at the North Carolina Motor Speedway. I'm taking a little extra time to warm the engines on pit road, so we'll take a little extra time too. We'll be right back to go racing at the Rock with our starting lineup.
Every time you start your car, you're waging...
Starting lineup for today's race. Ricky Rudd has his 24th career pole, his first since 1995, and only for the 4th time in his career is Jeff Burton on the front row. Row number 2, Jeff Gordon, looking for his 4th Winston Cup win in a row. Jeremy Mayfield's never finished in the top 10 here. Mark Martin got his first Winston Cup win here 10 years ago. Rusty Wallace is a 5-time winner on this track. Mike Skinner, a strong 4th at Daytona, and Brett Bodine, his first top 10 start since 1997. Bobby Labonte was runner-up here in 95. John Andretti, his 6th top 10 start here. Row 6, Dale Jarrett has finished 2nd in 5 of the last 6 Rockingham races. Ken Schrader was 2nd here in 1991. Terry Labonte is a 2-time Rockingham winner. Kenny Wallace finished 7th here 3 years ago. Kevin LePage had a good run in Daytona, and Bobby Hamilton won here October 97. Joe Nemechek has 3 top 10s at the Rock, and Dale Earnhardt is a 2-time winner of this race. Kyle Petty, 3 of his 8 career wins have come here, and Tony Stewart makes his 2nd Winston Cup start. Ward Burton won here in 1995, and Kenny Irwin coming off a great 3rd place finish in Daytona. Jimmy Spencer was 4th here last year. Jerry Nadeau, a career best 11th last week at Daytona. Ted Musgrave marks his 250th career Winston Cup start, and Elliott Sadler is the rookie in his 4th career start. Sterling Marlin finished 2nd here in 94. Michael Waltrip 5th at Daytona last week. Jeffrey Bodine finished 5th here last year, and Bill Elliott, a 3-time Rockingham winner. Row 16, former Busch Series champ David Green and Wally Dallenbach. Row 17, 59th Rockingham start for Dave Marcus, next to Ernie Irvin, who finished 2nd here in 92. Ricky Craven and Chad Little fill row number 18. Chad, the first of the Roush cars to finish in Daytona. Johnny Benson makes his 7th Winston Cup start at the Rock, and Steve Park makes his 4th. Morgan Shepherd is in Junie Donlevy's car this week with 11 top 10 finishes here, and Robert Presley. Then Steve Grissom, who finished 5th here 3 years ago, and Rick Mast, who was 2nd here in 1994, a career best for Mast. Finally, Darrell Waltrip, winner of 4 Rockingham races, on a provisional start. Pit signs at the ready on both the front and the back stretch here at the North Carolina Motor Speedway. You're riding with Wally Dallenbach in number 25, the Budweiser Chevy. He is one of 8 onboard cameras we'll have for our telecast today. He'll also ride with Bill Elliott in the McDonald's Ford, starting 30th. Ted Musgrave, the Remington Arms Ford of Butch Mock. Kenny Irwin Jr. starting 22nd, the Texaco Haviland Ford. Dale Jarrett rolling off 11th, the Quality Care Service Ford Credit Ford. Bobby Labonte will start 9th in the Interstate Batteries Pontiac. And now you're with Mark Martin starting 5th in the Valvoline Ford. And from the outside pole, Jeff Burton, the XI Batteries Ford. Those are our in-car cameras today.
Well, the tires on these cars are going to be starting with a bit less air pressure than recommended by Goodyear. And the deal is that they will build up a tremendous amount of pressure, 18 to 20 pounds. Crew chiefs are telling all their drivers, take care of those tires. Don't buzz them, particularly at the beginning. You don't want to hurt the tires early on in the run.
Mike, the other thing you have to watch out for is called the sand hills around here. There's a lot of sand that blows onto this racetrack, and after you start running, it'll get rid of it. But right at first, there's a lot of buildup of sand around this racetrack.
A look at the drivers who were disappointed. Rich Bickle, Derek Cope, Buckshot Jones, and Billy Standridge failed to make the show here in Rockingham. Glenn Jarrett?
Well, Dick Berger, you're exactly right. The last things that the crew chiefs are saying to the drivers, be careful the first 6 or 8 laps. We hate to keep beating a dead horse, guys, but it is critical to take care of those tires early on. So I think you're going to see some guys really tiptoe around in the first 8 to 10 laps.
21 Ford, 16 Chevys, and 6 Pontiacs. In today's field, Chevy leads the manufacturer's championship chase after 1 race.
27 lead changes among 12 drivers in this race last year. This should be a dandy. A lot of cars, a lot of drivers with high hopes and with the equipment to get it done.
16 years in a row, Ricky Rudd has won a Winston Cup race. Trying to extend that string today, he starts from the pole.
Car is off the racetrack.
Pontiac safety car on pit road. And we're racing at the rock. Nice clean start. Ricky Rudd leads the first lap.
Riding with Mark Martin coming off turn 2 and down the back straightaway. That gives you an idea how fast they run down the straightaway. Close to 170 miles an hour as they go into turn 3 here.
Everybody's running the low line so far. Last fall, they were running high in the middle and down in the bottom. A lot of the teams are saying the bottom line will be fastest all day today. We'll see about laps 375 if they're right.
Single file, the first 7 positions. Then this battle. Rewind. Oh, Mike Skinner mixes it up early.
And I asked him yesterday if he has to tell himself all the time to take it easy. He said, no, I don't have to worry about that. He said, my crew's in my ear all race long telling me to take it easy.
Down on the flat, Jeff Burton into turn 1, trying to get the lead from Ricky Rudd.
A lot of respect there. Give and take at the first part of the race. You see Jeff Burton making the move now to take over first place.
Yeah, and Gordon was going to go right behind whoever was successful at that.
And here comes Jeremy taking the lane that Gordon leaves open. Mayfield up for 3rd. Gordon trying on the outside.
Great shots from Mark Martin's car down the back straightaway. They are single file right now, but I'm seeing everybody wants to get up there and get the 5 bonus points for leading a lap.
Kenny Wallace, 55. Battling now with Mike Skinner. 11th place battle.
Whoa, Skinner got loose on the bottom there in the 31 car.
Hauls it back in. Up at 2nd place, here comes Mayfield.
Mayfield was really quick in the early practices. He won both the first and second practice session here.
I would say Ricky right now would like to stay on the bottom of the racetrack. It seems to be much quicker in the early stages of this race. But as they go along and the tires lose grip, he's trying that second, but every time he goes high right there, you can see he loses a spot.
Bottom lane's the right place to be right now, isn't it, buddy?
Yeah, but you know, as the tires go away on these cars and they start to wear out, that higher line will be used by a lot of cars. But right now, Ricky Rudd must have a handling problem because he's dropping back as we speak.
Stepping out to an 8-car length lead is Jeff Burton. just the way he finished yesterday's race as you ride with Ricky Rudd in 4th place. Or excuse me, with Mark Martin looking back at Ricky Rudd. 12th place battle. The 4 of Bobby Hamilton. Kodak car inside of the Square D machine. Oh, Kenny Wallace almost got turned around.
He and Kevin LePage got together just a little bit there. The 16, the white, I guess you call that pink or day glow or whatever it is, but they made contact coming out of turn 4.
That's the put your sunglasses on car. The Prime Star Ford for LePage. Now you're with Bobby Labonte, the Interstate Pontiac. Earnhardt up high, trying to follow Kenny Wallace, whose car doesn't want to seem to run at the bottom of the racetrack.
See that black number 3? Watch that car all day long. He was very, very fast in happy hour yesterday, and the crew really knows what they're doing in terms of dialing a car in that saves tires and is also fast.
The other thing I'm noticing right now is he's not holding that car to the bottom of the racetrack. He's letting it go up and diamond the corner way high there. Now he turns back, comes down just a little bit to come off the corner, but he's not really binding the car up in the center part of the corner, which wears tires quickly.
Only Earnhardt and Ricky Rudd have been running that line so far. Look at that. He goes way high up the racetrack, up into the Harry Gant groove.
Yeah, and look at the run. He gets off the corner by running up there. He almost run over Brett Bodine coming off the corner.
Earnhardt's won here 3 times, most recently in '96.
Monkey see, monkey do. Bobby Hamilton has now started to run that line because all the spotters up on the roof are telling their drivers what Earnhardt is doing and that it's paying off for him. Here goes Bobby Labonte. He says, well, it works for him. Let me try following it.
The one problem I see with that high line right now, it does not have rubber into the racetrack there, and it's going to be very abrasive up there until the racetrack changes and people start running up there with Earnhardt.
Earnhardt has come from 18th now to 12th place.
That's a good point, buddy, because yesterday in the Busch Series race here, virtually nobody even tried that high line. So the practice and the race yesterday, everybody's been downstairs, and that's where the rubber buildup is, at least so far. Riding with Bobby Labonte.
When we're talking about rubber in the racetrack, you can see the top part of the racetrack much grayer up there. That's because no one's run up there, and there's no rubber buildup on it to keep the tires from really wearing fast. So when you get up there, yeah, you got great grip, but you're using a lot of tire too.
Let's race from 26th on back here. Now you're with Bill Elliott in 30th place. Getting underneath Elliott Sadler. Moving up behind Ernie Irvin. M&M's Pontiac. For the ride of your life, log on to TNNRacing.com for a live webcast of today's race. Ride along with the in-cars and listen to Fan Scan at TNNRacing.com. A lot of cars now running that diamond line that Earnhardt has pioneered here. Here's Jeremy Mayfield having a challenge from Ricky Rudd in 5th place.
Yeah, these guys need to pick the speed up just a little bit. I know everyone's going on this tire you know, saving the tires right now, but they're about a half a turn or better behind the lead group as they go down the back straightaway. This bunch right here racing each other.
John Andretti in 7th place. In the STP Pontiac, Mike Skinner right behind him.
Now this Rusty upstairs, he promised me yesterday he was going to stay on the bottom all day. I guess.
And you believed him?
I did. I guess his spotter told him, you try it upstairs. He lost the race here last October by staying in the bottom so very long, but he reasoned that the car was faster down there. Every time he went upstairs, the car just slowed down, and everybody else was at the top. Rusty was at the bottom, and he wound up losing in the closing laps.
And here comes Earnhardt in that Goodwrench Chevy, looking like the Earnhardt of old, slicing his way through traffic and working around Kevin LePage. That's for 11th place. Going up on teammate Mike Skinner.
Yeah, a very different setup in those two cars as well. Skinner's got a different chassis than Earnhardt's got, and the crews just decided that the drivers' styles are so very different that they can't really capitalize on the team effort that usually goes on between two drivers. Two different driver styles, two chassis, two setups.
Dick, you're exactly right. And last year, several times, Mike Skinner did go and test the 3 car, and when Dale got in the car, he said, you know, I don't like it that much. So, yeah, driver style has a lot to do with how you set the car up.
Let's go to Steve Burns and Bobby Hamilton's pit.
And Mike, he started 16th. He's moved up, battling Dale Earnhardt there and Kenny Schrader. He has a new crew chief this week. The team released Charlie Presley earlier, and he was replaced by Gary Dehart. Now, Gary Dehart should be a familiar name to race fans. He helped Terry Labonte win a championship a couple Bobby Hamilton.
At second place, Jeff Gordon underneath Jeremy Mayfield.
Now you see Jeremy go in there so early in the race. He's going to watch the line that Jeff Gordon's using right now. Try to mirror image him around the racetrack and make sure he gets the traction and everything. Because Jeff Gordon right now may be the fastest car on the racetrack.
He'll have some work to do to catch runaway leader Jeremy Mayfield. Or excuse me, Jeff Burton. Jeff Burton with a 1.5-second lead on Jeff Gordon and Jeremy Mayfield. We'll be right back racing live at the Rock on TNN.
To help, there are many ways you can get stuck with a flat tire. But not with this tire.
Close to the wall. I mean, it looks like you're right there, buddy.
Doctor, I have been closer than you'd ever want to be.
I bet you.
Now let's look at how Mark Martin holds that wheel. A little different from what we saw from Dale Jarrett.
Now there's a reason for that. Mark Martin, when he first started driving and got a style of his own, he started racing. He weighed about 110 pounds. He's a muscle man now, but he still drives that car with both hands right together, and he pulls down on the wheel with both hands. You see how his hand's all the way over on the left side? Now he goes and rests a little bit down the straightaway. Now watch when he goes in the corner. That hand will fall right back over there again.
Brett Bodine backing up. Started 8 and in danger of going a lap down here. As is Ricky Rudd, the pole sitter. 55 laps completed at the North Carolina Motor Speedway. We'll be right back. Jeff Gordon, there's your leader. Trying to win his 4th Winston Cup race in a row. That's only been done 7 times in NASCAR's modern era. 5 in a row have been done by Bobby Allison in '71 and Richard Petty the same year. And only once in the history of NASCAR has anybody won more than 5 straight. Richard Petty won 10 in a row in 1967, and Fred Lorenzen won 6 in a row in 1964.
And here at Rockingham in this spring race, Gordon either wins or he breaks. He has run this event a total of 6 times. He's won it 3 and failed to finish 3. Win it or don't even finish it.
That's it. Showing the rest of the field as they come by here. Jeremy Mayfield is 2nd. Jeff Burton, Mark Martin, Terry Labonte is up to 5th. The Labonte brothers running together, in fact. Bobby and Terry in 5th and 6th. As the rest of the field passes through. How long before pit stop? 60 laps complete.
I can tell you one thing. Every driver out there right now is wishing he was in the pits to get new tires, because you can see the car is really losing a lot of grip. They're chasing this racetrack right now, trying to find somewhere the car feels good.
Terry Labonte moving up. Bobby Hamilton right there behind him. Labonte started 13th, fell back to 21st, and now he's scampered back up to 6th place.
Andy Graves told me this morning that the 5 car doesn't even know what Jeff Gordon's running. 2 different drivers need 2 different setups.
Battle for the lead.
2nd place.
2nd place, rather. You see Jeremy Mayfield way up there, and Jeff Burton, you're riding with him. He comes off very low on the bottom part of the racetrack. These guys are running almost side by side going into turn 1.
Burton's got to have a lot of confidence after the race he ran yesterday. He absolutely blew him away in the Busch Series race. Started 30th and won the thing by a good margin. This morning when I talked to his crew chief, Frankie Stoddard, I asked about the car. He said that confidence factor is probably more important to us right now than the car itself.
Jeff Gordon is your leader by 0.7 of a second over Jeff Burton and Jeremy Mayfield. Now let's check with Ralph.
Mike wants Jeff to the corners. Notice how the line has changed. He's not down on the white line anymore, is he? He's much higher through the middle sections of the corner. The reason being, he has a very bad push in this race car right now. Buddy talked. Watch the other car drifts up on him right there. Buddy talked about how a lot of guys wish they were in pits right now, changing tires. Jeff Gordon is one of those drivers. That car, just like if you're driving through the snow or the rain, he turns the wheel and it just slides up the racetrack.
See, Professor Baker, your students pay attention.
Yes, they do.
Ricky Rudd is on pit road. The pole sitter has already gone 1 lap down.
Well, I'm sure right now all he wants to do is adjust on that car. But there's Jeff Gordon as we speak, way up on the racetrack. He's looking for a place. Darrell Waltrip there is a lap down right at the moment, but he's gained back on the leader.
Glenn Jarrett.
And Ricky Rudd got lapped on lap 57 after sitting on the pole. They're making a major adjustment to the right rear, trying to tighten the car up. It will be a 4-tire change. This is about 15 laps earlier than the guys had hoped to go. They're hoping to go to around lap 80, but Rudd had to come in on lap 65. He's down and away in about 21 and a half seconds. So he just got to one of those points, guys, where he had to pit. The car was too loose.
So Rudd is one of the contenders who makes an early stop and gets a lap down. Here's Darrell Waltrip, the Kmart 66 being lapped by Jeff Gordon and Jeff Burton.
And Jeff Burton has moved in less than a car length back as they head down the back straightaway and into turn 3. Jeff Burton is a very, very disciplined driver. He'll sit there and let somebody pull out a little bit, save his tires. Now he's making a run.
Johnny Benson, who drives out of the same stable. Roush owns both of those cars, 26 and the 99.
And Benson's going to surrender a lap here.
Mike, it's the same old story. When they run into lap traffic, you can see they bunch the first 3 up now. They run nose to tail going down into turn 3.
They're going to pull down on a side-by-side battle for position. That may dissipate before they get there. Benson moves aside, obeys that blue flag with the yellow stripe that means move over. And here's Burton to the bottom for the lead. Jeff Burton takes it back.
Well, I tell you, when they report, I turn the wheel, nothing happens, it goes up the racetrack. That's a very horrible feeling. When you turn and you expect it to stay down, this starts towards the wall. The only way you can stop it from pushing is back out the throttle. So right now, Jeff Gordon, he would like to have a caution, or if he wasn't it, I mean.
Right. Yeah, and that's the problem, because when you got to push and you're trying to run that high line, the wall is awful close and you can slide into it real easy.
Gordon leads, or rather Gordon Mayfield trailing Jeff Burton. Burton, the new leader, working their way through race traffic. Elliott Sadler driving for the Wood Brothers, the rookie and last year's Busch winner here, about to go a lap down to Jeff Burton. 71 complete here at the Rock.
You a time or two that day. My car was handling so bad.
The people in here is KO hit.
If you're a racing fan, don't miss Stock Car Legends Reunion today after the race at 4:30 Eastern on TNN Motorsports.
John Andretti have been at pit road. Give a call to Sterling Marlin, that Coors Light number 40. He's moved up well, up to 13th place after starting 27th. And Jeffrey Bodine up to 9th after starting 29th.
Great battle for 3rd place right now. Bobby Labonte's really turned it up here. You can see him on the bottom side there. Jeff Gordon on the outside.
And that challenge is at 2nd place.
Cal Petty in the pits. Cal Petty in the pits. Rusty Wallace now pits.
Bobby Labonte said his car was tight early in the race, but the racetrack has begun to come to him. He now moves up. And let's go to Glenn and Rusty's pit.
And guys, as I reported a little earlier, Rusty's car was way too tight for his liking, so I imagine they're going to, and I see him going to the right rear right now. They'll probably take at least 1 round to bite out, and they're putting 1 in the left rear. So they made an adjustment on the left and the right rear. There'll be 4 tires and fuel as well on this stop. These guys are some of the best in the business, so I can't wait to get a clock on their first short track or less of the Super Speedway pit stop, and I've got them at 20.5. That's about a couple seconds slower than they normally do.
Jeff Gordon comes in. Jeremy Mayfield is in. Elliott Sadler for the Wood Brothers. And here are the leaders coming down pit road. Ralph is there.
Here comes Jeff Gordon. They're going to make a chassis adjustment to this car. Jack Van Berry Muse with 1 pump gets the right side up in the air. They're going to put 1 round of wedge into the car. Berry turns it. He drops the jack and runs around to the other side. They will, of course, take 4 tires and fuel. Jeremy Mayfield's crew going to work on his machine as well. They're all done with Jeff Gordon. He is back out a good stop, 17 seconds even. 4 tires of fuel for Mayfield as well. He is away. Glenn?
And Jeff Burton comes in, and they've also got the wrenches out here, guys, to making a chassis adjustment on his car as well. They go to the right rear of his car. This will be 4 tires as well. Burton had complained that the car was a little bit tight earlier in the race, and they only made about a half a round to maybe a full round adjustment. Little fuel spillage there. We've got the clock on him. This looks like a great pit stop. Down and away in about 18.5 seconds.
It'd be easy. Trouble on Bobby Hamilton. They backed him up. The NASCAR official has backed him up into his pit. They are rejacking the car. Not sure for what reason, but they've now sent him back out, but costly for the Ford car. It'd be easier to tell you who did not come in for a pit stop on this lap. This pit road has been a busy place under green. Mark Martin is in. He had assumed the lead with Terry Labonte right behind when everyone else had made their stops. So here's the Valvoline Ford in to Jimmy Finnegan crew. Ralph?
Mark Martin is in, Mike. This car was not running perfectly. It was a little bit too tight. They're going to make a chassis adjustment to loosen them up a little bit and, of course, take 4 tires. Sean Parker going to work on the rear tires. He gets those off to put on the fronts as well. They're just about done. A good stop for this crew, and away he goes with a 16.9. Steve Burton.
Hey, Ralph, Terry Labonte, one of the last of the leaders here on pit road. He's going to get 4 tires as well. It looks like, yeah, they make 2 rounds, 3 rounds. There's a chassis adjustment of the right rear. Jack Dan comes around. Ron Otto changing the rear tires. Also should mention an interested spectator in these pits. Mr. Rick Hendrick, the owner of Hendrick Motorsports, is here. Terry Labonte is away.
Labonte led a lap before he came in for service, picked up his 5 bonus points. Tony Stewart and Kenny Irwin were also in on that lap on the backstretch side. Morgan Shepherd made a stop. And back up front, they cycle around after pit stops, and guess who's leading? Jeff Gord. We'll be right back with you live on TNN. Sport presentation of the Duralube Big Kmart 400 is brought to you by the more than 2,500 AutoZone stores across America. AutoZone, the best parts in auto parts. Welcome back to the North Carolina Motor Speedway. We are caution-free after 90 laps. Let's set the field for you. Jeff Gordon is the leader. He's about to get into a big pack of traffic here. Jeff Burton running in second. Bobby Labonte's third. Jeremy Mayfield's fourth. Fifth is Mark Martin. Sixth is Dale Earnhardt after this first round of green flag pit stops. Rusty Wallace is seventh. Eighth is Dale Jarrett. Ninth is Mike Skinner. And 10th, Terry Labonte. Kyle Petty's 11th. Good run for Rick Mast. He's 12th. 13th, Steve Park. 14th is Kenny Schrader. Then Kevin LePage, Ward Burton, Jeffrey Bodine, and Ricky Craven.
Look at this. I think something happened to the 24 car of Jeff Gordon, unless he's maybe saving the early run here on the tires, because you see Jeff Burton just come up there and blew by him. Several of the cars that were a lap down made up laps on Jeff Gordon. Right now, he's just a little bit off.
His speeds, his timing speeds have been a couple of miles an hour slower than some of the other cars, and he's paying a price for it right now.
So Jeff Burton goes back to the lead, and you're in the third place car of Bobby Labonte. There were the best times on pit stops. Mark Martin came out 5th. Gordon came out 2nd. Dale Jarrett 8th.
And Jeff Gordon with a rare crew change. Kevin Gilman is now on the front tires. Shane Parsnow has gone to the 25 car. They've still got most of the people who started with them in 1993.
Sterling Marlin is slowing on the back straightaway. Now, he was just in the pits about 6 laps ago. NASCAR timing and scoring presented by MCI WorldCom. The upper left of your screen. And looks like Marlin will be in.
If I was to guess, I'd say he's got a cylinder gone in that car, because he's riding around the bottom of the racetrack and did not come in the pits. And a good reason. Let me see if he turns on the back straightaway. No, he goes on around. The car must be on 7 cylinders right now.
Tough break for Marlin, who had moved up into the top 10 after starting 27th. Steve, what's the problem?
Well, Mike, they seem to think it's either a dead battery or some kind of a carburetor problem, but it looks like they're going to look at the battery first. They had jack stands out as though they were going to pull them behind the wall, but now they're going to try and service them on pit road.
So Marlin drops down to the apron of the racetrack as we ride along with the 75 of Ted Musgrave. New deal for Musgrave that was announced here today. We'll update John a little later in today's telecast. As Remington Arms now having this camouflage paint job on their car. They've worked with that NWTF on that car, National Wild Turkey Federation. A few card-carrying members up here. As Sterling Marlin goes on to pit road, and Steve Burns is there.
And Sterling Marlin comes to the attention of the crew, Mike. They're pulling the hood pins. They're going to put the hood up. Never a good sign. Sterling Marlin is going to go ahead and change all 4 tires on his Chevrolet. You can see exactly what they're pulling some tape off from inside. Sterling can do little but sit helplessly as the cars go by him on the racetrack. Tony Glover is down here. We'll check with him in just a moment to get the exact details.
Now they're in the left rear, inside that wheel well. They have to take off an access panel to get to where the battery is mounted. That's one of the things they suspect could be the problem.
Yeah, it's got a metal plate, as you said, Mike, and they have to take that off, then get the battery out. It's wrapped around in a rubber casing in there to keep it from shorting out.
For the folks at home, their battery's up under the hood. Why are these batteries mounted here in the left rear?
Forward bite. You want it as far away from the engine as you can have it, so you take it inside the frame rails there. Back for the lead. Jeff Gordon took it easy on the tires there. Now he's coming back.
Gordon and Bobby Labonte looking for an opening there on Jeff Burton.
You know, I wonder if that was exactly it, buddy. That Gordon was just being smart with those tires. Take it easy, break them in nice and smooth and nice and easy, and then off you go.
You know, Dick, you've talked with Ray Evernham and listened to him on scanners before. It's just like he's driving the car. He'll get down there and he'll say, Jeff, I don't want you to burn those tires up. You can easily. Take it easy right now. Bobby Labonte goes by on the outside there. The car looks to be really flying now.
Jeff Burton, rather, keeping the 99 on the low side of the racetrack, and Labonte goes past. Well, let's see him drive a wedge through this race traffic.
He's running. Labonte looks really, really good. Both team cars of Joe Gibbs last week at Daytona had the same problem. A piece of the intake manifold broke off on both cars, wound up in the engine. That was the skip problem on both cars.
One little piece. 102 laps complete here at the Rock. Bobby Labonte is the new leader over Jeff Gordon, Jeff Burton, and Jeremy Mayfield.
Inside every member of Team Monte Carlo, there's a side that's kind of wild.
Get another tire.
Team Monte Carlo. Animal. Pardon me. This year, they're hungrier than ever.
No matter what. Labonte looked just the least little bit loose there, buddy, trying to hold that low line.
Yeah, well, he knows he can't drift up. If he does, he gets into Elliott. Now, back behind them, you see Jeff Gordon running the center part of the racetrack there. Everybody's got an idea of what's really fast for the car right now. Look, Bobby Labonte just pulled right over.
And Gordon gets the lead back. Let's go to his pit and Ralph.
Now, Mike, just like you guys have been saying, they have been telling Jeff to go easy on the tires. We're some 20-25 laps in on this set of tires now, so they're going to really start dropping off into what they can do for the race car. So they're trying to save them as much as they can right now.
Tell you what, Bill Elliott's doing a masterful job of staying on the lead lap here, and that's not easy as fast as these cars are running.
Well, he's a past winner here. He knows the racetrack very well, but right now you see Jeff Gordon right on that white line on the bottom. But look at the drive that Bill Elliott gets by running that high line down the straightaway.
Well, he's fighting for his life right now.
Yeah, you don't want to go a lap down if you can help it.
He's gonna.
Well, I wouldn't bet on it. Yeah, he cleared him just as you said.
He did. He's a 3-time winner here, too.
And Sterling Marlin is back on pit road, Steve.
Well, Mike, they changed the batteries. Sterling went out. Now they've just changed carburetors. So Sterling Marlin is really sitting dead here in the water. His chances for victory are virtually slim and none at this point. But again, they have changed the carburetor. Sterling Marlin remains on pit road.
Yeah, that's a bad sign. They went to the battery and also the carburetor, so they hadn't fixed it yet.
And as of today, that's going to be 50 races since he had a top 5.
Oh. Tough day for Marlin. You're riding with Bobby Labonte, right behind his Joe Gibbs Racing teammate, Tony Stewart, in the Home Depot Pontiac.
Just a few laps ago, I was talking to Mike while we were away at break, and I said, did you see Robert Presley go by Jeff Gordon? Man, he found something. Well, all of a sudden, Robert Presley's tires are a little used, and here comes Gordon on the bottom side to put him a lap down. And
now you ride with Jeff Burton. That's Gordon just ahead, lapping past Presley. Oh, did they touch?
Yeah, and I'm telling you, that's messing with a bulldog there. That boy can drive a race car.
Sterling Marlin back on track. And here's Jeff Burton moving past Presley. Last lap speed. Gordon and Burton the quickest. No, check that. Number 12, Jeremy Mayfield. Now Mayfield is back in 5th place, but back up through, he had the quickest of those last laps.
Brett Bodine, who started 8th on the day, his best start in a long while, is back in the pits. It has not been a good race for Brett Bodine.
You know something else that goes on, Mike, and you know this, being a race car driver yourself. When you start running, the crew chief will get on there and tell you every lap what you're running. And if you go high or go low, he'll say, that was a good lap. Do that one over again. So they work in the pits just like the guy behind the wheel.
Last thing my crew chief said was lunch is ready. Where's Ray Ray? All right, here, these two fellas have been battling it out these last 20 laps. Dale Jarrett and Rusty Wallace. They've been about that close for the last 20 laps.
Guy on the outside has never won here at Rockingham, but he's been second 5 times. Guy on the inside's won here 5 times.
6th place they're fighting for.
Now on their way to the front, both of them think they have good enough horses to win this race today.
It's about as clear as you can hear a motor run. You hear Jarrett's motor there as he was going down in the corner when he picked the throttle up. That thing has a nice sound to it. Listen.
You know, some people like to listen to Lori Morgan, and you listen to engines, buddy.
Ooh, I'm telling you, that's better than any violin I've ever heard.
I'd rather look at Lori Morgan than any engine you have.
Oh, thanks a lot.
But I'll listen. That's a pretty sound.
Well, Jarrett's got Rusty boxed in behind a bunch of traffic there, and off he goes.
At the lead. Gordon, Burton, and Labonte now 3rd.
Lap traffic every time. Gordon really takes care of those tires when he's running on the bottom side of these cars when he's putting them a lap down. You see Michael Waltrip last week, great run. Having a great run now. Look at his drive he got off the corner there.
4 in the lead. Burton up the outside again. Give you an idea of the pace they're setting. They're about to lap the 20th place car, Michael Waltrip.
Robert Presley won't go away. You talk about having somebody that's really hard-nosed now. He drives just like his father did, Bob Presley. I'm telling you, I raced against him years back, and every lap he run on the racetrack was as hard as he could possibly go.
Kyle Petty in the pits. They're going to pick up the hood on the 44 car.
And here comes Bobby Labonte back for 2nd on the inside of Gordon, who finds the high lane kind of busy. Not this time.
Bobby Labonte's doing a great job today. His problem at Rockingham has historically been losing a lap early. He has done it in 3 out of the last 4 races, and their goal today was to make sure that they stayed on the lead lap early.
Robert Presley just got his lap back. See that slow car on the inside, Dick? That ball, Jeff Burton, and that 77 of Presley came steaming around the outside and got back on the lead lap.
Now Michael Waltrip's back there too.
Wow.
That's why you never give up. You hear people talk about you can never give up. Every lap, you run it the best you possibly can. Now he's back in the lead lap. Caution comes back out. He'll be right back up there with the leaders.
And here comes Bobby Labonte. He has passed Jeff Gordon and comes up for 2nd place behind Jeff Burton. 270 laps to go. Here comes Labonte sniffing at the lead.
Great stuff up front.
Oh, now the lap cars go high. That provides an opening for Burton, but he's just not quite quick enough on the throttle. Here he comes. Presley trying to squeeze to the middle. There's not going to be room. Here comes Burton, 99 on the bottom. But he's easy into that corner, and Presley gets a little reprieve.
Oh, 3 wide.
Ricky Rudd back on pit road. Michael Waltrip in the 7 and Robert Presley fighting to stay on the lead lap.
You said that right. Look as they come off the corner there. Michael Waltrip will pull back even as they head down in turn 3. But the inside line just gets a little advantage after the center part of the corner. You'll see him pull back right there.
Burton has cleared the 77, but Waltrip not giving it up.
And Ray Abraham said, Jeff, I think you can go up there and take 2nd if you want to.
3 wide in the back straightaway. Labonte wisely pedals it and lets the 2 lap cars fight it out.
We've been caution-free so far. These guys keep racing like that, and we will not be caution-free.
Give Mark Martin a call. He's in there now. You're riding with him down the front straightaway. He's moved right in on the first 3 cars here.
4th place Mark Martin is now in the chase. Here he goes after Jeff Gordon off turn 2. He's got the inside on Gordon, and he may get him. Michael Waltrip has gone a lap down, climbing the hill. And Kyle Petty out of the race. Steve Burns.
Kyle, we talked to you before the race. You had high hopes after a great run at Daytona. What put you in the garage?
I don't know. We broke something in the motor. I don't know if a crank broke or if a rod broke or if I broke the front end of the motor and knocked the power steering pump off about 4 laps before that. Or bailed off, so I knew something was wrong. Then just broke.
Are you done for the day?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We'll be back in Vegas.
Kyle Petty out of it, 264 laps to go. I want to remind everyone that TNN Motorsports now offers officially licensed NASCAR merchandise. You can call toll-free at 1-877-TNN-1999. Jeff Burton leads Bobby Labonte and Jeff Gordon at the Rock. We'll be right back.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Collard. Welcome live to
Hood of the Ted Musgrave-driven number 75 car. 135 laps into this race, caution-free at the Rock. Jeff Burton is your race leader. There's a look at Musgrave, who's battling there with Jeremy Mayfield. Ted has gone 1 lap down. He's in 24th position. Fewest cautions ever here, 2. March of 1974, October of 1992. That only for 12 laps, 2 cautions. Made it a fast race at the Rock. Looks like these fellows are anxious to get on to the next stop. We are caution-free. Last lap for race leader Jeff Burton, 142.1 miles per hour. Sarah Evans joins us up here. Sang the national anthem. Boy, did a great job. The fans were cold out here, but boy, they had a good time.
Thank you. I was cold, too.
You've never been to a Winston Cup race. What do you think?
It's awesome. Very exciting. I'm kind of really naive, though. I don't know what's going on, but I'm having a great time.
Don't feel like the Lone Ranger.
Y'all don't know what's going on either?
Oh, no. We just have a good time up here.
You got a CMT special coming up on Wednesday, March 3rd?
Yeah, with me and Martina McBride and Lori Morgan and Mindy McCready. And we're all going to be singing and talking, and it's going to be a great show. And there's going to be an album that comes out with all the songs on it from the show.
It's titled Girls Night Out.
Girls Night Out.
None of the 3 of us up here will have any idea what's going on then.
That's right.
Okay.
There you go. Then I'll feel better.
Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the race.
Thank you very much.
Sarah Evans. Here's our Napa Field standing update. 254 laps to go. Jeff Burton, class of the field. Ford, Pontiac, Chevy. Bobby Labonte second. Jeff Gordon third. Let's go to Labonte's pit. Here's Ralph.
Well, Mike, Jimmy Maycar is a crew chief for Bobby Labonte. Boy, Jimmy, you guys have had a great race so far. Are you able to stay right on the strategy you wanted? Is the tires doing just what you need them to do?
Car's pretty good right now. Bobby said it was a little bit tight. We start off a little too tight at the beginning of a run, and it frees up a little bit towards the end. But we want to keep working on a little bit, trying to dial it in, get a little bit better for him. But right now, I'm pretty happy. We're just content to be where we are, looking at the front.
Well, congratulations. You just took the lead.
All in a day's work.
Yeah, that's scary when you think they're going to adjust on it. That car's running awfully well right now.
Look, he's about to lap. Dale Earnhardt up on the high side. Good wrench number 3 about to go a lap down.
Wow, and that's the same number 3 that did so well at the tail end of 1998 as well. That's Earnhardt's favorite car, and he's going down a lap in it.
Gordon's favorite car is named Butthead.
That's the one he's got here. Yeah.
Great.
Well, with the success that he has had with Butthead, anybody would like that car.
I guarantee you that's the only Butthead on that team.
Yeah.
They are setting such a pace here. The front pack has now lapped all but the next 11 cars. There are now just 14 cars on the lead lap. Wallace has just gotten back on the lead lap. He just moved up a bit. Nope, now he goes back a lap down. Okay, he was battling there with Bobby Labonte, trying to stay on the lead lap.
Very dangerous to call somebody in front or behind the way they're sliding around on the racetrack right now.
Now, Ernie Irvin got real loose a lap ago. Let's show you in replay.
Okay, that's it. Watch the 36. When it breaks loose, he starts up towards the wall. Maintain control, but boy, you talk about trouble. When you can see it from here, it's 50 times as bad.
Dale Earnhardt coming into pit road. After he gets a lap down, they are quickly in for right side tires.
You got it. You got to get some speed back in that race car, or it's going to be all done and over with.
Make that 4 tires.
Yeah. Well, he's won races before after going a lap down.
See him knocking the excess rubber out of the grill there as he starts. That's one problem here. You wear tires so much that it stacks up in the front grill work there.
They were 3 wide a moment ago for second place with Gordon and Burton. And now Mark Martin is right behind those two. There they are.
Boy, Jeff Gordon is awesome right now. When he wants to go, he just goes up there and passes these guys at will.
13 cars on the lead lap.
Jeff Burton's pretty awesome right now as well. He seems to be able to stay at the front no matter what. And there's his partner, his pal, his teammate right behind him, Mark Martin.
I'd say Mark Martin right now is going to give him a little driving lesson as he goes right along the white line there and pulls even as they head down the front straightaway.
Oh, look at the arm out the window. Yeah. See Burton waving him by. Go ahead, he says. Yeah.
Say, if you caught me, I want to know how you caught me and why.
Well, maybe Burton will try running the line that Martin is running as Mark moves up to 3rd place. 147 laps complete at the North Carolina Motor Speedway. There's your leader, Bobby Labonte's Pontiac, over Jeff Gordon's Chevy and the Fords of Burton, Martin, and Mayfield.
What makes Wendy's Monterey Ranch chicken sandwich so good?
The whole fillet of chicken.
Juicy and white.
Now see, this is a good piece of chicken.
How about that sauce?
The sauce is great. Creamy.
Tastes like ranch.
The bacon.
I like your chicken sandwich there, Thomas.
Please keep this in the repertoire.
In the what?
The repertoire. What's your next question?
Do you like it?
I sampled it. I loved it. I'm an American.
It's back. Wendy's Monterey Ranch chicken sandwich.
Dave, don't let you down.
Michael came onto the scene in IndyCars as a winner. I'm very proud of the fact that he's carrying on the Andretti name. I'll never forget the first really competitive pass that he did on me. We banged wheels a little bit. That car almost full drift in front of me, and he was gone. Adios, Dada.
The Andrettis rely on the same Haviland Formula 3 motor oil you can buy right off the shelf.
That's my boy.
Hut, Kit Kat break time.
1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Give me a break. Give me a break. I want to take a break with that Kit Kat bar.
With its wider track and precise cornering, nothing can contain the White Track Grand Prix. Not even your television. Stand by as we adjust your screen. Now you can catch the White Track Grand Prix GT and experience its outstanding cornering and control. Drive it for yourself and see why wider is better. The White Track Grand Prix by Pontiac. Now you can lease the Grand Prix GT sedan for just $269 a month. See your Pontiac dealer today.
Get ready for Roller Jam.
Bring it on.
It's a jam like you've never seen before.
Oh, whoop them every time I get.
Roller Jam. Friday at 8, only on TNN.
Today on TNN Motorsports, it's bench racing at its best with some of stock car racing's legends.
Hell, he ran into me on last lap over the 3rd turn and bumped me up out of the way.
I had hit you a time or two that day. My car was handling so bad.
The people in here is KO hit.
If you're a racing fan, don't miss Stock Car Legends Reunion today after the race at 4:30 Eastern on TNN Motorsports.
Race into the all-new and official store of NASCAR. Brett Bodine will be at NASCAR Thunder in Dallas, Texas, Friday, March 26th, 7 to 9 p.m. Call the number on your screen for a store near you.
New leader, Mike.
Jeff Gordon and check out NASCAR online before, during, and after the race. www.nascar.com. It's your 24-hour garage pass. It's easier to type than it is to say, I promise you. Here's your new leader, Jeff Gordon, has taken the lead from Bobby Labonte. And here's how it happened while we were away.
See Bobby Labonte coming off the corner there. Jeff really working him over. He's been to the high side. Now he's going to just drop to the bottom. You see Bobby Labonte roll out the throttle, drop right in behind him. No need leaning on those tires. Taking care of business.
Green flag pit stops. Rusty Wallace is the first of the leaders to pit, and Glenn is there.
Yeah, guys, he's still reporting an awfully tight condition, and the lap times have really dropped off in the last 6 or 8 laps. Oh, wow, we got a big car gets away. It almost hit the pit wall, and NASCAR is going to hold him. I see the official. Rusty pounded the steering wheel in frustration, but the tire off the right front got away. The car was done in about 19 seconds, but they're going to hold him here for at least 15 more seconds.
What happened was, as the right front tire changer was finished, he set the tire down, or as he was working, he set the tire down that came off the car, and it bounced and rolled across pit road. That's the reason for the penalty.
There's advantages of being up here where we're at. We don't have to talk to Rusty Wallace right now like the guys in the pit school.
Yeah, you would not want to listen to what Rusty has to say at this moment.
Mike Skinner is in. Bill Elliott making a stop. Kenny Wallace is in. Kenny Schrader's already made his pit stop. We've been caution-free. We're 158 laps into this race, and we're down to about a dozen cars on the lead lap. Let's show you Rusty Wallace's pit stop.
Okay, the jack's under there.
Earl Barb and the jack, man.
Now watch when they take the wheels off there. Right front, it just shoots right across pit road. The guy takes off after it. NASCAR says, no, penalty time.
Yeah, you have to set that tire down flat like the rear tire is.
Well, I've been down on pit road for a lot of these races, and let me tell you, it is incredibly intense down there.
And Rusty has been pretty solid at the rock.
Gordon in.
Jeff Gordon,
and
race
Jeff
leader.
Burton.
And Jeff Burton is in as well. So is Kevin LePage. Here's Steve.
And Jeff Gordon's going to come down pit road, Mike. As you said, they're going to take a half round out of the right rear. They're going to clean his windshield. As Buddy Baker said, it gets very sandy here in Rockingham. They do make the chassis adjustment and a 4-tire change. Jack goes up on the left side. These guys are the best in the business. And he's down. Let's go to Glenn Jarrett.
Okay, thanks, Russ. Same thing down here for Jeff Burton. His car also tight. They took about a round of bite out of the right rear. 4 tires fueling the car. He's down and away. Wow, great pit stop. We got him in about 18 seconds.
Bobby Labonte is in. Mark Martin, Dale Jarrett, Ted Musgrave. Here's Ralph.
Well, but Jeremy Mayfield made a chassis adjustment on the left rear. 4 tires and fuel. For Bobby Labonte, a little trouble with the right front tire. No chassis adjustments. But they will change tires, clean the windshield, and now problems with the left front tire. Some big problems changing front tires. That cost Bobby Labonte big time.
Terry Labonte is in, so is Tony Stewart. And here's a look at Mark Martin, who's back out. Steve was there for his stop.
Yeah, Mark Martin did indeed just make his stop. Routine stop. They wanted to tighten it up just a little bit. Tighten the chassis up for Mark Martin, but a very good stop. And also heard that Jeff Gordon stop unofficially timed at 17 seconds.
Pretty fast. Well, buddy, now we're going to see Superman out there.
Oh, yeah. Right now, I could come out of retirement and run pretty well with fresh tires, but these guys that are so very good at taking care of their new tires, and the management of the tire starts right now.
Sure does. This is the most important part of the whole tire run.
162 laps complete. Second green flag stop of the day just completed. We'll update the running order for you when we come back to Rockingham.
Advance Auto Parts presents part number 6, Ed from Purchasing. At an early age, Ed gained an appreciation for low prices.
Yes, Edward. If you buy a whole lot of stuff, you can sell it for a whole lot less. Good, Edward. Good.
High volume buying is how Ed keeps prices low for you.
No, that's zillion with a Z, not trillion with a T.
Advance Auto Parts. The best part is our people.
Get ready. They're here. The most precious metals are about to arrive.
Stand back, boys.
Introducing Racing Champions Precious Metal Series Limited Edition Collectible Diecast.
In gold. In 24-karat gold.
And platinum. NASCAR collectibles so unique they could only be called precious metals.
Better get your hands on them
Before we get them all. Racing Champions Precious Metals and Originals. There's a new series to collect every month. Available at your favorite retailer.
The rigid 10-inch table saw powers through even the toughest hardwoods. The oscillating sander converts from spindle to edge belt sanding in seconds. Engineered for power and precision, each and every rigid tool carries a lifetime warranty. But when it comes to something with even more power, Rigid's got that too. Rigid, available at the Home Depot.
ATV four-wheel action magazine calls the Sportsman 500 the king of the 4x4s. It's the only ATV with independent rear suspension, 11 inches of ground clearance, and a powerful Polaris 500 engine. In fact, only one four-wheeler with our name on it has more power. Proud sponsor of the Polaris Remington Winston Cup team.
TNN Motorsports coverage of the Duralube Big Kmart 400 is brought to you by Home Depot. Change drill bits up to 50% faster with DeWalt's Rapid Load Quick Change Accessory System. And by Polaris ATVs. If you're going to ride the best. Polaris. Jeff Gordon just had a killer pit stop, so he's able to run a pace and let some of these other cars by him. Robert Presley got back on the lead lap, so did Kenny Schrader. Here comes Bill Elliott, and Gordon just doesn't seem to be too concerned about cars that are passing him.
Exactly right. The one he's worried about is in the mirror. Mark Martin's running second right now, and as long as he's back there, why burn the tires up?
The other one you got to worry about in his mirror is Earnhardt, who is 10th and back on the lead lap as well.
There's your pit summary. Shows that Bobby Labonte lost 2 spots in that green flag round of pit stops. Mark Martin gained 1 of those, and so did Jeff Burton. How about Bobby Hamilton having that problem, coming in 8th and coming out 16th? And Mike Skinner picked up 6 spots with a quick pit stop from Larry McReynolds' crew. 18 cars are now showing on the lead lap. There may be a couple of those in there that have not yet made pit stops, like Ricky Craven. Now there is the second place car, Mark Martin, the Valvoline Ford. Trying to close in on Jeff Gordon.
The last time they ran here at Rockingham, they had much shorter rear spoilers. They were about 1.5 inches shorter, in fact, and the front valence was a lot higher off the racetrack. NASCAR lengthened that spoiler, dropped the valence down, and what it's apparently done is let the cars stick a good bit better. The result, very competitive race, particularly up front.
Let's go to Glenn Jerem, AutoZone Tech Fact.
Guys, you're looking at Rusty Wallace pitch. Every time that a driver comes in, changes tires, they have a tire specialist. This is Jason Poole with the number 2 team. What he does, he takes a scraper and he scrapes an area out across the top, the surface of the tire here. You can see these little holes right here in the area that he has scraped. Those are wear bar measurers. What they do is they come in after the tire's been taken off, they calculate the number of laps, and then you can see them writing down how many 30 seconds of tread is left on that tire after he's been running. That gives them their tire wear. If the tire is wearing a little unevenly, let's say that it's wearing more on the inside than the outside on the front tires, then they may be able to adjust that. Not much you can do about it on the rear, but this guy's job is very, very important. He is one of the key guys on this team, particularly after a pit stop. Give them an idea of what those tires are doing on the racetrack.
Thanks, Glenn. Rusty's running in 10th place after that penalty on pit road for the tire rolling across the racetrack.
He's got to worry about penalties. I mean, he's lost 2 races in the last couple of years for jumping the start while he was up in the front row, and now this.
Here comes Gordon around Kenny Schrader, trying to put Schrader back a lap down, and Mark Martin is right there.
Boy, Mark Martin's eating him alive from behind. He was about 20 car lengths back, just a few laps back, but we do know that Jeff Gordon will ride until that barrel gets completely full of the 6th car, Mark Martin, then he'll get with it.
Remember that the driver who leads the most laps gets an additional 5 bonus points. 177 complete. 216 to go here at the Rock. Gordon leading Martin, Burton, Bobby Labonte, and Jarrett.
For Dan and Lisa, it just clicked. So they loaded up their Ford Expedition and got back to doing what they loved. Answering the call of the wild. I lost them. And they unleashed a beast of their own. That big 5.4-liter Triton V8. And you thought Little Red Riding Hood got a close look. Ford Expedition. Built Ford tough.
That's me, Bill. Here we are at the Super 8.
For reservations, call 1-800-800-8000.
Don't let a flat tire put you up against the wall. Even with no air pressure, Goodyear AquaSteel Run Flat drives up to 50 miles to safety. AquaSteel Run Flat. Goodyear. Get ready for Roller Jam.
Bring it on.
It's a jam like you've never seen before.
Oh, whoop them every time I get.
Roller Jam. Friday at 8, only on TNN.
Hi, I'm Mike Joins. Big business is not your friend. Large corporations and industries have never helped the working man. The insurance company wants to give you as little as possible. They're only interested in profits. When they come to your door with a check, that's them trying to get to you before you can get to me. Don't give away your rights. Call Joins McCarty. We're available 24 hours a day. We offer free consultations, and we'll even come to you. Joins McCarty. We're the protection you need.
Once there was a car. This car needed help. Help with brakes, help with shocks, and help with the muffler. The car owner was perplexed. Where can I take my troubled vehicle to have all these ailments properly mended? And then the voice, it came to her.
Take your car to the King. Brake King, 74th and Jefferson, Newport News.
And she followed the advice of the voice, and her car was made better, and she was pleased with her car, and all was right with the world.
Welcome back to the Rock, where we've had 2 lead changes while we were away. Jeff Burton just took the lead away from Mark Martin. Martin drove past Jeff Gordon and all. Like they were kind of stopped, and Mark tried to check out, but Burton has hung right with him and gone by. Let's show you the lead changes.
Well, you see, he drifts up there under the 43 car there of Andretti, and I mean, Mark Martin just powers by right behind Gordon there at the 99 car. He got by too.
And then Jeff Burton takes Mark Martin to task. He's going to lead a few laps.
Was that a power move or what?
That's called teammates.
Or was it a gimme?
Yeah.
You know, and returning the favor that Burton allowed Mark to lead earlier. Looked there like Burton just rolled out of the throttle early. Or rather, Gordon rolled out of the throttle early to allow Burton to scoot underneath.
Ride with Mark Martin. Overdue to win a Winston Cup race at this place. Won 4 poles here. Won his first career Winston Cup race here. Last spring, this same event, he led the most laps. Didn't win it. Finished 3rd. He's won 9 Busch Series races here. And yesterday, he finished 2nd in the Busch race after starting 32nd and pitting on the backstretch.
Yeah,
he's good here.
If he'd been on the front side, he probably would have won it.
Yeah.
Brett Bodine in the pits. After a top 10 start, here's Bobby Labonte, who is now in 4th place.
Pretty soon, all the pits will be on the front stretch here at Rockingham. This week, Martinsville announced that they are going to have no more back pits, all on the front stretch. Rockingham is looking at the same thing, and it's virtually certain that all the pits will soon be on the front stretch only.
And the entrance into the pits itself, on the front straightaway, you have so much more room to get into the pits that you, under green flag stop, you can make up 8-10 seconds on a guy that really has to whoa up to get in the back straightaway.
206 laps to go. Average speed 140.5 miles per hour. That is 19 miles an hour faster than the race record. We are caution-free thus far. Ralph?
Mike, here's what happened to Bobby Labonte on his pit. Mike Skinner's pitting right next door as he came down pit road. He knocked into the tires of Bobby Labonte's that were up on the wall, and it knocked one of the lug nuts loose. They glued these down to the tire, so when they went around and put the tire up on the axle, it came off. Took him an extra second or two to put another one back on and get it mounted up properly. That couple of seconds, as you pointed out, cost him quite a few positions on the racetrack.
That's why Bobby Labonte is now back in 4th place. He has some ground to make up on the 3 leaders, Jeff Burton, Mark Martin, and Jeff Gordon. 5 laps to halfway. There's a $10,000 bonus for halfway. And don't forget to know the name of the halfway leader. Write that down.
I think Mark wants to go up there and give his teammate a little run for that little cash for dash there. You see him looking to the outside. Now he's looking to the inside as they come up on
Robert Presley. Presley's my hero today. He has really run to keep that car on the lead lap, and he's doing it again. Started 40th today.
He's in the back pit as well.
Yeah, but as he goes up, you see Mark Martin look on the bottom side and gets great traction.
See you later.
Presley just couldn't defend both lanes at once.
Yeah, especially against 2 teammates.
I don't know. Here he comes again down to turn 1. Drives it down in there. He's gained 28 spots today, more than anyone.
How do you say 10,000?
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
Looking back at Jeff Burton.
18 lead changes. And that's just here at the start-finish line. There have been a whole bunch that have taken place and changed hands again before they got back here.
Yeah, the missing car in that group right there, Mike, is you don't see the 24 anywhere. He's a good half straightaway back.
There he is. And there's Bobby Labonte closing in on him. Let's go to Robert Presley's pit and Steve Burns.
Boy, Mike, you're right. They're having a heck of a run. Crew Chief Newt Moore here. Newt, you guys are very impressive today. Where'd you get the horsepower?
Car's running real good. Jasper Motorsports cars running. Pit stops have been awesome, and we're just hanging in there at the tail end of the lead lap. We just got past a minute ago, but Robert's driving the wheels off that thing. We got a real good race car. We just need a caution to get caught up, and we can race it. We just need a caution.
Dude, tell us about the motor. Where'd you get that? Where's the motor? Is it your motor, or did you get one from another team?
No, this is our motor. This is a Jasper engine in this car. It's an awesome motor. The gearing's right. The car's handling good. The pit stops are awesome. We just need a little bit of a break here to get right back for the leaders, and we can race it.
Okay, Mike, some homegrown horsepower for Robert Presley.
A great run for Presley today. Looking back from Kenny Irwin, Texaco Haviland camera on his Robert Yates Ford, looking at Mark Martin.
Yeah, you don't want to see the lead car in that mirror because you get a lap down here. It really takes a tremendous race car to run a lap back up on these guys.
They're all talking about wanting another pit stop. It's only been 30 to 40 laps since they pitted last.
Halfway, the sign for Mark Martin.
Kevin LePage, all done, just drove into the garage.
It's our MCI World.com score, giving you the halfway run. So for all you entrants in the Pedal to the Metal sweepstakes, take out your postcard, erase Jeff Gordon, because I know you wrote that down at the start of the show. The leader at the halfway point is Mark Martin, so send in his name along with your name, age, address, and phone number. And you could win the grand prize, a Ford F-150 4x4, or a first prize trip to a NASCAR race that's aired here on TNN. You have to send your entry in by April 19, 1999 to win a trip to the Winston. 195 laps to go, Mark Martin. Here at The Rock, we'll be right back.
Sleek. Sophisticated. Stylish. And yet with an exhilarating V6.
Chevy Monte Carlo lets you express that hidden part of your personality, just dying to get out.
Mr. Freeman, how are you?
Tommy? Monte Carlo. The side you show the world is up to you.
Hold it, Harry. You know you can't use Duraloop fuel treatment in your Indy car. It's an unfair advantage.
I'm not allowed to use this product in my Indy car, but in my road car, I want the Duraloop advantage.
Duraloop is scientifically formulated to clean, condition, and protect your fuel system for a smoother running engine with more power and less harmful emissions. Duraloop fuel treatment, tomorrow's technology today.
As Napa drivers, you're responsible for safely delivering the best parts in the world. So I've brought in a special guest instructor. Ron Hornaday, NASCAR Cup Series champion.
You want to go to the turns about 130.
What's a safe distance to be from the guy in front of you?
5 inches. It's called drafting.
Oh?
All right, get in the truck. I'm going to have to show you. You getting all this down?
They're gonna can me for this.
It's tax time. But it doesn't have to be a bad time. Even though there have been over 800 tax law changes that could make your taxes more complex, there could also be a good refund in all those changes, if you know how to find it. Well, we know how to find it. H&R Block. We know. Do you?
This TNN Motorsports telecast of the Duraloop Big Kmart 400 is brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. Napa, we keep America running. And by H&R Block. We know. Do you? Rusty Wallace is trying to stay on the lead lap here. Remember, on his pit stop, that tire rolled away. He took a 15-second penalty. Here is what he lacks from going one lap down to Jeff Burton.
Boy, less than a half a turn there. Burton has really turned it up. You can see that penalty really took Rusty and put him in a bad spot.
Here are the cars on the lead lap. Jeff Burton is your leader. Mark Martin has now dropped to second. Jeff Gordon is third. Bobby Labonte in fourth. Dale Jarrett in fifth. Jeremy Mayfield sixth. Terry Labonte, Mike Skinner, Jeffrey Bodine, Bobby Hamilton, Rusty Wallace are the lead lap cars. Here's Mark Martin, your second place car. Give you an idea of the interval. Now let's look for Jeff Gordon. In third, you see Robert Presley, who's just gone a lap down. Third place, Jeff Gordon. And he's got quite a gap on fourth place, Bobby Labonte. Kenny Irwin is 2 laps down in 28th place. The 28 car, Jerry Nadeau, right behind Irwin in 29th. There is Ward Burton, former race winner here at the Rock. Ward is in 13th place, 1 lap down. There's Ricky Rudd, the pole sitter, has been in and out of the pits. He is 35th, 3 laps off the pace. The 97 of Chad Little is in 30th position, and the 42 of Joe Nemechek has made a couple of pit stops. He is 36th. Trouble. Back straightaway. Ted Musgrave is involved. That's that car off the left of your screen, and there's one up by the wall. Looks like Ernie Irvan.
He's just had no luck at this racetrack. 5 of the last 6 starts he's had here, he's back pitted. He hasn't even been fast enough in qualifying for a front pit.
He's got a flat right rear and left rear.
Damage to the left rear corner there.
And that paint job was designed by a fellow named Jeffrey Thomas, and he gets my award for most creative paint job on the rear. Look how scared the yellow M&M is on the back. Well, he's the one that just backed into that wall.
Mike, I definitely wouldn't say he didn't have any luck. He was stopped in the middle of the racetrack coming off the corner, and these spotters did a great job of telling their drivers there's a car stopped up there. Everybody got by without getting into him.
Poor yellow M&M.
Yeah.
He's a much better driver and a much better team than the results of recent Rockingham races have shown.
Let's see what happened here.
All by himself. You see it turn around there, head up towards the outside wall. He'll just barely get into it with the left side there.
As Musgrave hitting the inside wall.
for bad luck for Ernie Irvan, but I will tell you that Rusty Wallace, for him, that was a tremendous break because he was almost a lap down.
And here is Ted Musgrave. You can see the rear end is really bent askew because he's crabbing it down the pit road and headed for the garage.
Well, lead lap cars, here they come.
Now let's ride with Ted Musgrave.
There's Ernie Irvan. Oh, he just starts wiggling right by himself, it looks like.
Buddy, we've said many times on these telecasts, as you come off turn 2, the transition from the corner to the flat is so abrupt. Is that what caught Musgrave?
That and the banking over there, when you jam the brake on, it throws the back out, and then you chase it, and you sometimes get behind on your steering just a little bit.
Mike Skinner, Rusty Wallace, Bobby Hamilton, Terry Labonte, Jeffrey Bodine, Jeremy Mayfield, virtually all the lead lap cars on pit road. And this caution flag, a big break for Rusty Wallace.
Didn't pick up any spots, but he picked up a lot of ground.
So we'll update pit stops and positions when we come back to the North Carolina Motor Speedway. We're under the first caution of the day for Ernie Irvan's crash in the backstretch.
In racing, the engine is everything.
What? It's the driver.
A driver will never see a finish line without a great engine.
The greatest engine will never see a victory lap without a great driver.
At least they agree on Haviland Formula 3 motor oil, the same oil you can buy right off the shelf.
The engine's the first thing over the finish line.
Not in Indy cars.
Hurry up! We're missing the best part of the day!
Catch anything yet?
Just a brake job on a Honda.
Pep Boys ASE certified technicians will install quantity rate bestest brakes for as low as $79.99. Nationally warranted brakes from $79.99.
Is this living or what? Engine diagnosis, very high tech.
Pep Boys. Cars like us.
People love us.
Get ready for Roller Jam.
Bring it on.
It's all-out war. It's about the big score.
She's not going to get me.
Roller derby with a modern-day spin.
Well, whoop them every time I get.
It's a jam like you've never seen before. It's all-out war.
There's war on the track, and I'm ready for him now.
The Hot Dice take on the Sundogs. Roller Jam. Friday at 8, only on TNN.
.212 laps complete at the Rock, working the first caution of the day, and it got a little busy on pit road. We'll show you that in a second. You're watching Johnny Benson's car, Cheerios, out there. The North Carolina Motor Speedway and General Mills have signed a multi-year title sponsorship agreement for the October races here. It's going to be the Pop Secret Microwave Popcorn 400 here in October.
They had some of that stuff in the media center. Let me tell you what, you never saw such a bunch of guys with fists going into the pile. Wow.
They also sponsor Benson's car. Watch the 6 and the 24 here, top of your screen.
Oh. Well, Mark showed some discretion there, did he not? It's 2 weeks in a row people have not forced the issue on Jeff Gordon, and he has avoided trouble. Last week it was Rusty Wallace at Daytona who backed out, letting Gordon take the lead of the Daytona 500. Today it was Mark Martin who backed out, avoided a crash on pit road.
Want to welcome the nation's newest NASCAR fan, Nancy Ballantyne Neal, niece of the Nashville Network's Nancy Neal, and namesake, born to John and Ruth today in Nashville.
How do you say,
Nah, let's go to Glenn.
Okay, guys, Buddy, you said this was a great break for Rusty Wallace, and indeed it was, but also it was a great break for some of those other cars that had fallen way behind the leaders, and it gave everybody a chance to adjust the car. Jeff Burton came in. He's got a great race car. They still took 2 rounds of bite out of that car in addition to giving him 4 tires and fuel. Dale Jarrett's crew had a great pit stop, about 16.8 seconds, got him back out in 4th position. They made chassis adjustments on his car as well.
for Jeff Gordon as he came down pit road. He came in behind Mark Martin. The car had been pretty good. It was starting to come to him on long runs, but it was a little loose coming off the corner. So they went 1/4 pound of air up on the right rear. That was the only adjustment they made outside of taking 4 tires and fuel. Mark Martin behind him made no adjustments, just 4 tires and fuel for him. However, the Rainbow Warriors with a 16.12 stop were much quicker than Mark Martin's bunch. They got Jeff Gordon out first. Steve Burns.
Ralph, we're back here in the garage with Ted Musgrave. Ted, first tell us what happened. Secondly, your crew's hard at work. Can you get back out?
I'll tell you what, I feel sorry for Butch Mock and his team. They struggled so hard, and we were doing okay this year. And, you know, coming off 2 to 36 car lost it up there, and he turned her sideways in front of me, and it was door side, like I say, in front of me. So it's like, I got to cut hard left, get this thing in the marbles, and try and save it, or T-bone Ernie in the door. And didn't want to T-bone anybody in the door. I've seen that happen before, so they're working hard. It busted up the car pretty bad, tore the truck arm mounts out of it and everything. So it's a major part of the car that's really busted up. They're going to try to put it together, but I feel sorry because we were starting to work on a thing, and this team's getting together, and it was going to be a good day for us. You know, not a real good day, but I mean, it was going to be a fair day for us. I feel bad about it now, but like I say, I didn't want to hurt anybody on the racetrack.
Okay, thanks, Ted. Also should mention, guys, Kevin LePage has spent some time in the garage area. We understand he is down to 7 cylinders.
Well, you have to respect a fellow who will throw his car away to keep from making a bad accident worse.
Great move.
We're under caution, the first one of the day here at the North Carolina Motor Speedway. We'll be right back.
NASCAR and Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouse both started from humble beginnings. But you made us bigger. You made us better. You made us faster. So consider this a quick thanks. Sure beats the heck out of a thank you card. Lowe's, official sponsor of the number 31 NASCAR Winston Cup stock car.
Stolen moments with the one you love. Is it wrong?
Heck no. Not if you love that one-of-a-kind 2-all beef patty taste of McDonald's Big Mac.
Calling all units. Be on the lookout for the Hamburglar.
Did somebody say McDonald's?
You're so lucky. Not one gray hair.
When a woman can run her fingers through your hair and can't tell you blend away your gray, that's a natural-looking result. And that's just what you get with the hair color called Just for Men. Simply shampoo in, then rinse. In only 5 minutes, this unique formula blends away gray, actually matches your gray to your real color. So nobody knows, even close up.
I just love your hair.
Just for Men. It looks so natural, even she can't tell.
To help you remember 10, 10, 3, 4, 5 long distance. We're here with the 3rd, 4th, and 5th runners-up in the Miss North America pageant. Now, they may not be winners, but you can be. Every call is a chance to win a prize like CDs or color TVs, and every call is just 10 cents a minute. So remember, 10, 10, 3, 4, 5, or anyone can be a winner. Hey, you could be a winner.
Dial 10-10-345 today.
Brought to you by LA West Luxury Vans. Available at select dealerships nationwide. Call for a free video. 800-786-VANS. And by Featherlight, the official trailer of NASCAR, CART, IRL, NHRA, ASA, and World of Outlaws. Remember to call Featherlight for all your trailer and motor coach needs at 800-800-1230. Radio communications are provided by Racing Radios. For all of your radio communications needs as well as scanners, call on Racing Radios at 1-800-669-1522.
Working the first caution of the day, 217 laps complete. Jeff Burton leads Jeff Gordon, Mark Martin, Dale Jarrett, and Bobby Labonte. Jeremy Mayfield, Mike Skinner, Terry Labonte, Bobby Hamilton, and Jeff Bodine in the top 10. Rusty Wallace, 11th, is the last car on the lead lap. Let's go back to the garage and Steve Burns.
And Mike, we're with Kevin LePage. And Kevin, I know you started this race 15th. You're not where you want to be. You look absolutely heartbroken.
2 years in a row. Last fall, we had this Prime Star Taurus running pretty decent, and lost the motor, first car out. Fortunate enough today, we went first car out, second car out. And I'll tell you, James Ince built this great, brand new race car. I just we need to have a better motor program for the Prime Star team here at Rockingham. I mean, two years in a row, and first car out, second car out. I mean, really disappointed. I mean, we had a good start to the season last week and downhill this week. So we'll get them next week at Vegas.
All right, thanks, Kevin. Let's go to Ralph Shaheen.
Well, Jimmy Fennick is a crew chief for Mark Martin. Jimmy, you led early on. Now you're running in third. What do you got to do to win this thing today?
I don't know, Jeff Burton's awful tough here, and we'll have to just see what's going to happen. Our car, long run, gets a little bit loose, but like I say, it's pretty fast. We're pretty pleased right now.
Mike, at one point we heard Mark Martin say on the radio, anything you want to do, Jimmy, you're the master here.
He's right now in third place behind his Roush stablemate Jeff Burton and Jeff Gordon. So look at Mark Martin. That blue car belongs to Junie Donlevy, the gentleman from Richmond, Virginia, who's been a NASCAR car owner for 50 years. Over the winter, he made a deal with a company called Big Daddy's Barbecue Sauce to be his season sponsor. Big Daddy's brought their driver, Mike Harmon. What they didn't bring was a check. Donlevy brought his car to Daytona with no decals on it, said no check, no decals. No check came. Mike Harmon time trialed the car, no check. Mike Wallace got in the car, ran the Daytona 500 AccuTurn, a company in Richmond that makes machines that turns brake rotors, jumped on board, a longtime friend of Junie's to sponsor them here, and Pep Boys are on board. Big Daddy's has left a bad taste in the mouth of a lot of folks in this garage area, but Junie Donlevy needs a full season sponsor.
And it could be Pep Boys. They're looking hard at this car, and the car owner, Junie Donlevy, is as popular as any of the drivers in this field. It'd be a good move to see your name on the back of that car.
Let's remind everybody, TNN Motorsports now offers officially licensed NASCAR merchandise at 1-877-TNN-1999.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Pollard. Welcome live to TNN Motorsports, and take a look at this special trio of die-cast metal cars of Mark Martin, Bill Elliott, and Terry Labonte. Available as a set at only $34.85. Done to a 124 die-cast metal size by the folks at Racing Champions. Call us toll-free at 1-877-TNN-1999. And the very unique and one-time race paint scheme only of Jeff Gordon's Chrome Illusion from the Winston back on May 16, 1998. A 125 die-cast metal car from Action Performance at $38.50. And the Tahoe counterpart, this is also done in a 125 die-cast metal size with that famous number 24 and the 50th anniversary logo there at $47.50. Call us toll-free at 1-877-TNN-1999. Stay tuned for more of the race. Jeff Burton in the lead at the Rock.
Get ready for Roller Jam.
Bring it on.
It's a jam like you've never seen before.
Oh, what will every time I get?
Roller Jam. Friday at 8, only on TNN.
Race fans, go for it. Catch Winston Cup Racing live. Be there in person with Great Atlantic Travel and Tour. Day trips, overnight trips, and new drives. Ride the Race Day Express with Great Atlantic Travel. Catch the action under the lights at Richmond or other action tracks like Daytona, Martinsville, Dover, and Charlotte. Prices start at $119 per person for the best value in sports trips. It's Great Atlantic Travel and Tour. Your ticket to NASCAR. 422-9001.
We've just gotten the restart here at Rockingham. We're back under green, and Jeff Burton has taken off. He has about a 10-car length lead on Jeff Gordon in just 3 or 4 laps. Mark Martin in third. Dale Jarrett is up to fourth.
You know, in races past, Dale Jarrett's gone out there and he's been the rabbit, so to speak. Today, very, very patient, and he seems to have a good car right now. That's what the jet blowers were doing just a second ago, blowing some of this rubber off. You can see the buildup there. See it going by. You don't want to get a tire out there because you don't have any traction whatsoever because of that excess rubber.
That's just little pieces of rubber that wear off the tire every lap, just like if you were using a pencil eraser. That's the stuff you have to blow off the page.
But if it sticks to the bottom of your tire, it's only that little bit that's going to hang on to the racetrack. And that's not a full tire patch that's down there, and that's a real problem. You can lose the car in a heartbeat in a deal like that. Look how close to the wall. Oh.
11 cars are on the lead lap. And 13 more cars are one lap down that caught a lap down during that long run of green flag racing from lap 1 to lap 208. Race for 5th place.
Bobby Labonte in the green car there, and just behind him, Jeremy Mayfield in the 12.
Those two have been in the thick of it all day long, right up in the front 5 or 6 cars.
And another car to keep your eye on just behind this bunch right here. Mike Skinner's running along there, and he has a guy, if it comes down to doing the right thing on the last pit stops, I wouldn't want anybody better than Larry McReynolds calling the last pit stop.
But, buddy, look as they go into turn 1, and look what's changed. They're all going to be right down on the bottom of the racetrack once again, hugging the low line.
Do you think new tires might have something to do with it? Yeah.
But the driving styles are different. They're not letting that car drift up in the corner. They're just hugging the bottom.
For just right now, it'll change in just about 15 more laps. You'll see that they'll be using the whole racetrack up.
Well, they tend to run higher in 3 and 4 than they do in 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are only 22 degrees, and 3 and 4 are 25 degrees. You wouldn't think 3 degrees would make all that much difference, but they do as far as the line is concerned. Burton right on the bottom.
At www.tnnracing.com, you can also follow today's race with in-car and scanner bites and more. 163 laps to go. We've talked a lot today about tire management, taking care of your tires. To a driver, what does that mean when you say, take care of your tires, manage those tires?
You have to be able, for an average of about 80 laps, 85 laps, to be able to run a speed that's a good speed for that segment.
Sometimes, you know, I watch Mark's off. You know, he lets off real early, getting in the corner, gets in the gas real early, and really concentrate on making his car work center out.
Every time you spin that tire, you're taking like another good turn off it, you know. And so you just got to really be careful and really know when that thing's on the verge of spinning the rear tires or slipping tires.
But throughout that race, you're going to be making adjustments and making changes, and it's all based on the way that the driver is driving the track.
It's neat because a lot of times during the race, your car is going to work good up high. Sometimes it's going to work down low. Sometimes it's going to be up high at one end, down low at the other end.
At the top of the racetrack, you tend to wear the tires a little bit less. You can probably run faster on the bottom of the racetrack for a certain amount of laps.
And then as the driver, you have to realize that those new tires feel so good in comparison to what you just came off of that, you know, it's easy to really go hard. And you can do that, but there again, you're going to use the tires.
One fellow who's having to use his tires right now is that number 2 car, the Miller Lite Ford of Rusty Wallace. He's in 11th place. He's the last car on the lead lap. He's just ahead of Tony Stewart and just behind Kenny Irwin, and trying to climb back up through. There's a look at him. He's had a little trouble getting past Irwin, who is not on the lead lap, who's 2 laps down. But Rusty is really going to have to work that car to get up with the lead pack.
You're right, Mike, and you can tell right now, I mean, he's back there where they're not really looking in the mirror that much for Rusty Wallace. He's been up front all day, so he's just another car out there right now, and these guys are not moving over to let him go.
But he's got to get up there if he's going to have a shot at this thing. This is not a deal where you can take 2 tires and get away with it on a pit stop somewhere along the line. He's going to have to pass cars, and that threatens the tires.
You sound like Junior Johnson used to sound. Darrell Waltrip told me he was running this so hard his tongue was down on his racing uniform, and the money about to come up at halfway, and Junior said, okay, Darrell, go up there and get that money.
Hey, how about Jeffrey Bodine? Driving for Joe and Nancy Bessie. He's been on the lead lap all day, and he's in 10th place in that number 60 Power Team Chevy. Let's go to his pit with Steve.
And Mike, they had to overcome a bad pit stop early. Jim, can you guys be a factor late in this race?
Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape here. The pit guy's been doing a good job. They haven't had much practice. We're only 7 weeks old. And I'm going to tell you, this team's come a long way in 7 weeks. And I think we're going to be okay here.
If this race stays green, how will your strategy play out?
I'm not sure I want to say that at this point in time.
Don't blame me. Had to ask you that, guys.
I tell you, it's a lot easier to get that race team together in 7 weeks when you have a man that has the quality driving spirit that Bodine has.
He works underneath Kenny Schrader. That is not a fight for position, but the car in front of him, the number 4 of Bobby Hamilton, is. Robert Presley's gained 25 spots today. Jeffrey Bodine has gained 19 positions from where he started this race.
Remember the great Ron Buckshot Jones had at Dover last year? That number 60 car is the same automobile. They bought it from the Stavolas. It's amazing they're doing this well. I mean, literally, Jim Long said if the team is only a few weeks old, and to have a team this young running this well is a remarkable testimony to Joe and Nancy Bessie, as well as to Jeff Bodine and Jim Long and all the rest of the guys on that team.
Quiz time. Have you ever seen Jeff Bodine, or Jeffrey Bodine, should I say? Have you ever... trouble on front.
Boy, 77 Presley almost wrecked big time.
With Kenny Schrader and Rusty Wallace right in the middle.
Boy.
Somehow they all saved it.
Doctor?
I scared you, didn't I?
Value.
Sorry, Professor Baker. Okay, we're back in class now.
I've never seen Jeffrey Bodine have a bad run in any car. He really makes the race car go.
Watch this.
Okay, they make contact right there. You see Schrader straight ahead, but wow, Presley was in trouble there. Rusty Wallace went way down on the low side of the racetrack in a 2-car.
That could have been big.
Robert Presley's had an interesting day.
Yep.
He is just off the lead lap in 15th place.
And coming back.
Now, he and Schrader are fighting for position. Schrader is 14th in the score, number 33.
You know what, Mike? Fighting is the right word.
Yes.
This is getting aggressive now.
And Rusty's saying, let me get out of here.
Yeah, he didn't want anything to do with that.
Look at Tony Stewart.
Yeah, Tony Stewart is part of that battle as well. Stewart is the 16th place car, 1 lap down.
That orange car, number 20, going down on the flat, almost going into turn 3 there.
Hard to believe this is only Tony Stewart's second ever Winston Cup start.
Now, Dick, tell me about the difference between the ex-open wheel drivers you talk to, the ex-dirt track drivers you talk to in the garage, and the ex-pavement short track drivers you talk to about this racetrack.
It's kind of neat, Mike, because I've told almost all of them. And the guys who have run dirt, when I talk to them about how abrasive it is in the turns, and I ask them, have you ever actually been out there, gotten down on your hands and knees and felt it? And the sprint car drivers, guys like Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon and Schrader all say, oh yeah, I've been out there. And that's because reading the track is ever so important in dirt track racing. The pavement guys, hey, the majority of them haven't any idea. They just know this place is abrasive. They know there are several lines, and that's it. But they haven't gone out and actually felt the racetrack or gotten down and seen it up close.
This is a great battle for 13th place, the 33. Schrader, the veteran. Number 20, Tony Stewart, the rookie.
And just behind them, Earnhardt soldiering along there. Been in trouble most of the day as far as the car really hooking up for him.
But he is also part of that battle. He's the 17th place car.
Lap down.
A lot of 1 lap down cars today. 11 on the lead lap. 13 cars, 1 lap back. 147 laps to go. We've only had 1 caution here at Rockingham. That one for Ernie Irvin. Spin, and he collected Ted Musgrave in it. We'll be right back to Rockingham with Jeff Burton leading after this.
Hunting for a great deal on a great ATV? Then hurry to your Yamaha dealer for all-terrain value days. And get 0 down and payments as low as $69 a month for 3 full years on not 1, not 2, but 9 great Yamaha models. So quit messing around and hurry to your Yamaha dealer today for all-terrain value days. Because at this rate, they won't last long.
NASCAR driver Jeff Burton goes head-to-head with everyday driver Eileen.
My car has a 750 horsepower high compression engine.
My car has an engine.
I can cruise all afternoon at 180 miles per hour.
I'll stick to 55, thanks.
I start my engine with a powerful Exide NASCAR Select battery.
Me too. Thanks.
The Exide NASCAR Select Battery. It's not just for race cars.
Green buddies, I got some bad news. We got canned. They want us off the rocks by the end of the day.
What did you just say?
Canned? Who got canned? Okay, freeze the swamp. You guys can talk?
Of course we can talk, you bonehead.
What does canned mean? But all you said was Bud and
We were reading from the script. You should try it sometime.
What does canned mean? Don't be fired. Canned means fired? I can't breathe. Gonna get sick? Wait, no, don't get sick. Getting sick? Put your head between your legs.
Someone get him a bucket.
Now, how is that supposed to sell beer?
Oh, yeah, those first ice boats had a lot of speed, but not a whole lot of control. Yeah, with the blade sitting there, they couldn't steer around the ice fishing holes. Oh, geez, learn the hard way. Wider is better.
With its speed-sensitive steering technology, the White Track Grand Prix gives you precise cornering and control, even at a good clip.
You betcha. Better, better.
Wider is better. The White Track Grand Prix by Pontiac.
Coming up on TNN Motorsports, our first televised Pennzoil Wordle of Outlaws race this season. The greatest show on dirt goes to Las Vegas for the Silver State Shootout Saturday night, March 6th, 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific time here on TNN Motorsports.
Mike, all you have to do is give Jeff Gordon about 20 laps into a run, and, buddy, he comes on. He's right on the back of Jeff Burton now as they go down in turn 3. He's picked it up some.
In the modern era of instant cup racing, Cale Yarborough was the first driver to win 4 straight. He did it in 1976. Darrell Waltrip in 81. Dale Earnhardt did it in 87. Harry Gant in 1991 and Bill Elliott in 92. Mark Martin in 93 won 4 in a row. Jeff Gordon in 98. And he has now won the last 3 races. The first driver ever in NASCAR to win 4 consecutive races was Billy Wade in 1964. He was driving for Bud Moore in a Mercury.
Probably my favorite saying, modern era. What is that?
Well, it was since they reduced the schedule from 60 or 70 some races a year down to approximately 30. That is defined by NASCAR as the start of the modern era. In the last 10 races at Rockingham before today, Jeff Burton had led a total of just 37 laps. Now, he has led 145 right here.
And he let his friend take the lead. Jeff Gordon back in the lead again.
Burton's got a bit of a wiggle in that car. We saw it after Gordon went by. Burton's car just wiggled on him.
A little further back, Jimmy Spencer, Winston number 23. Battling there with that Hollywood car. That's Ricky Craven, Hollywood Video, on his number 58. John Andretti, STP Pontiac, and Ernie Irvin. Yellow M&M on the back still looks pretty scared, buddy.
Yeah, the thing, though, you notice the car is tracking around the racetrack quite well, even though he did spin over there and got some damage to the left rear corner. Seems Ernie Irvin's back up to speed pretty well.
And he's about 3 laps back. Spencer climbs the hill and the pack moves underneath him.
Yeah, momentum here. Woohoo! They almost made contact coming off turn 2 there.
Wally Dolleback and Johnny Benson are part of that battle as well. And except for Spencer, that whole group is fighting for position. Jimmy is an additional lap down to the rest of those cars, and Ernie Irvin is as well.
Spencer runs this racetrack exceptionally well. He really does. He was 4th here in this race last year. Back in 96 in this race, he led 53 laps, looked like a winner before the engine blew up. It's surely one of Jimmy's best racetracks.
.135 laps to run. Ricky Rudd, the pole sitter, lost the handle. He is now some 4 laps down. What is it with Jeff Burton, the second-place car, Glenn?
Well, Mike, remember when he made that pit stop, and I told you he was running second at that time. He came out first after the stop, but they made a major 2-round adjustment in the wedge, the body of the car. He'd been complaining tight all day. when the car takes off like Jeff Burton did at the beginning of that run there when they retook the green, he ran off and left everybody. Then he starts coming back to the field. Generally, that's a sign that the car's getting just a little bit looser. That may be the reason we saw him wiggle a while ago. Frankie Stoddard, the crew chief, said, no, he's okay. He's just riding right now. But I believe they may have over-adjusted. That's just my opinion. Ralph?
Glenn, everything is going great down here for Jeff Gordon's crew. The only thing Jeff has radioed in about recently is at one point he thought he smelled something burning. Ray Evernham, the crew chief, radioed back out and said, don't worry about it. It's probably just the excess rubber that is built up inside. With so many marbles out on the racetrack, you can actually scrape pounds of the stuff back out of the wheel wells. Mike, as you know, when the race is done, pounds of the excess rubber just builds up inside the engine bay. If something gets on something hot, it can burn. The driver can smell it inside. They're not too worried about it right now.
Also, the exhaust on these cars comes down the side of the car, and every once in a while it kick a piece of rubber back in between the exhaust and the body panel itself, and it'll smoke and stink like you wouldn't believe.
As you're watching Gordon and Burton lead all these laps, would remind you that the leader of the most laps has not won a race here since Jeff Gordon did it back in 1995. The tough racetrack to win on, and you can lead lots and lots of laps and not win the event. Gordon way up in the wall.
Exactly. He didn't do that on purpose. He went completely up into the gray part of the racetrack, almost hit the sign that says The Rock right in the center part of the corner.
Working on the 22 of Ward Burton, winner here in 1995. Ward is 2 laps down in the Bill Davis Caterpillar Pontiac.
Well, I might have to take that back. He did it twice already in a row. He's running 3 and 4 very, very high.
Gordon says one of the fun things about this racetrack is that he really enjoys the process of searching for the best line. He did it in sprint cars. He was very, very good at it. And to him, that's fun. Going upstairs, downstairs, in the middle, halfway up, 3/4 of the way up. Just find the best way to run the racetrack.
It's fun as long as you're leading.
Oh, yeah.
You start going backwards and you have to run all over the racetrack like that. And you see the leader going away, no fun at all.
7th place just changed. Bobby Hamilton moved past Jeremy Mayfield as we watch the leaders, Jeff Gordon and Jeff Burton. 265 laps complete here at the North Carolina Motor Speedway. We'll be right back with you live on TNN.
Every time you start your car, you're waging a war against friction. The battle lines are drawn. Now, how are you going to fight back? Duralube Advanced Engine Treatment protects your car's motor like nothing else on the market can. It's like a shield against engine-damaging friction. Win the war against friction and get the maximum protection for your car's engine with Duralube. Duralube, tomorrow's technology today.
Lincoln Mercury and Ford dealers have factory-trained technicians, genuine Ford parts, and now everyday low prices on the services you need most. Motorcraft shocks for cars are now just $69 or less per pair installed. On Ford light-duty trucks, just $99 or less per pair installed. The right people, the right parts, and always the right prices. Quality care service at participating Ford and Lincoln Mercury dealers.
At your service, quality care. I hope I see you there.
Get ready for Roller Jam.
Bring it on.
It's all-out war. It's about the big score.
She's not going to get me.
Roller derby with a modern-day spin.
Well, whoop them every time I get.
It's a jam like you've never seen before. It's all-out war.
There's war on the track, and I'm ready for him now.
The Hap Dice take on the Sundogs. Roller Jam. Friday at 8, only on TNN.
Welcome back to Rockingham. Jeff Gordon, your leader. Jeff Burton, Mark Martin, and 4th place has changed hands. Moved Bobby Labonte's Pontiac up. Moved Dale Jarrett back a notch to 5th. Then it's Bobby Hamilton, Terry Labonte, Jeremy Mayfield, Mike Skinner, Jeffrey Bodine, and Rusty Wallace. Those are the cars on the lead lap, 11 of them. Kenny Wallace is 12th, 1 lap down. Good run for Tony Stewart. He's the highest rookie in the race right now in 13th. Robert Presley, Kenny Schrader. Up front, Jeff Burton to the front.
Well, they've switched back and forth. One a lead for a while, and then you see the 24 there. He's drifted back a ways. Now Mark Martin's fighting on the inside to try to take 2nd place away.
So Gordon, who was leading just a lap or so ago, now finds himself in a fight for second and continues to run that very high line out of turn 2.
I wondered if Gordon or Martin was going to split Ricky Rudd. Martin was real smart not doing that.
Mike, you know, you've been here in the late afternoons. A lot of times visibility becomes a problem as you go along. Later on in the day, these guys are going to have, whoa, Earnhardt very high in turn 3.
I think he might have scraped the wall, buddy, right between turns 1 and 2. Here he heads off into 3, but he was way, way up the hill, as was Rusty Wallace a lap ago. If there's any damage on the car as he comes around, he may not have scraped it, but it sure was close.
See him on the outside there. He gets right up against the wall, and he may have touched it. I saw a little smoke off the right rear corner there.
If he didn't touch it, he sure blew up some dust, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know, they must have made the announcement a few minutes ago of the new sponsorship for the fall race. I smell popcorn.
I do too.
Yeah. And that's not a build-up against the header, buddy.
Yes, exactly right.
Yeah, Pop Secret. It's going to be the Pop Secret 400 here at the Rock in October. There's Earnhardt again, that high line. Jerry Nadeau works his way underneath in 27th spot in the Harry Mellon Cartoon Network.
See Darrell Waltrip there just behind him. These guys are racing each other right now and having a big old time.
Yeah, Darrell is in 28th place. Another lap back. 119 laps to go. One caution flag. If this pace continues, we'll have a race record.
And Burton puts Earnhardt another lap down.
That's why I guess the 66 there, Waltrip picked up the pace a little bit. He got by Earnhardt.
Bobby Hamilton's been moving up. He's up to 6th place now. Let's go to Steve Burns.
And with Gary Dehart. Gary, you're new to this race team. You guys have been very consistent in this race all afternoon.
Gary's pretty good right now, but I think he's a little bit off with this set of tires we just put on. We had a wedge adjustment this time here. I don't think it was the right thing to do, but we'll get it better in just a little bit. He's really happy with the car.
All right. Hey, guys, we should remember Bobby Hamilton has 3 straight top 10 finishes at this track and 1 here in the fall of 1997.
Trouble. Here we go.
Jerry Nadeau spinning down through the infield. Starter has the caution flag in hand, and it's out for the 2nd time today. Leaders coming around, and we are under caution. And one car may have hit the wall. He must have up there in turn 2.
Yeah, smoke. Look at the right front corner. A lot of damage to the front.
The caution is for Nadeau. And look, there's that right front down.
Yeah,
and right rear.
And the right rear. You can see the concrete dust all over it there where he's pancaked into that wall.
No question as to whether he hit it this time. And it has been a tough day for the 7-time national champion.
Well, he won 2 out of 3 at Daytona, 2nd in the Daytona 500, and just has had a tough day today. Went down 2 laps, and now he's hit. Tire mark and the number on the left side as well.
Well, that's pretty normal, but
well, for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's limping it in. He's got flat tires on the right side, so he's going to have trouble even keeping up to the pit road speed limit.
Well, he's trying to turn it, and you can tell by the angle of the front wheel there that he's got a broken tower out in, and it's not turning for him.
Oh, he's going behind the wall, right off.
If he can.
And they've opened pit road with Earnhardt stuck sideways on it.
See the wheel turning out to the right, and he's going left.
Somebody told Earnhardt to get out of the way, and that's just what he has done. He was sideways on pit road, and instantly, just as that happened, pit road opened.
Everybody's in.
Yep.
Everybody on the lead lap makes pit stops this time.
No, he can't make it.
No, he can't steer the car. Earnhardt trying to get behind the wall as everyone pits.
Looks like 4 tire changes amongst all the leaders. On your left are the 3 leaders as they came onto pit road. Burton on top, Gordon in the middle, and Martin down low. Quick stop for Jeff Gordon again, and he will win the race down pit road. Mark Martin will come out 2nd. Jeff Burton will come out 3rd. Bobby Labonte, Dale Jarrett, Jeremy Mayfield, Mike Skinner, Bobby Hamilton, Terry Labonte in that order. Jeffrey Bodine and Rusty Wallace.
Was that graphic right on Gordon? 15.9.
It was so fast. some of the teams were just coming around to the left side when he pulled out. Earnhardt now has taken his car to the garage, and now the cars that are a lap or more down have come to pit row. Second caution of the day. Jerry Nadeau spins. Dale Earnhardt hits the wall, and we're under yellow at the Rock.
You have your weekend projects. We have ours.
Michael came onto the scene in Indy cars as a winner. I'm very proud of the fact that he's carrying on the Andretti name. I'll never forget the first really competitive pass that he did on me. He banged wheels a little bit. That car almost full drift in front of me, and he was gone. Adios, Dada.
The Andrettis rely on the same Haviland Formula 3 motor oil you can buy right off the shelf.
That's my boy.
ATV four-wheel action magazine calls the Sportsman 500 the king of the 4x4s. It's the only ATV with independent rear suspension, 11 inches of ground clearance, and a powerful Polaris 500 engine. In fact, only one four-wheeler with our name on it has more power. Proud sponsor of the Polaris Remington Winston Cup team.
How many sugars do you want?
Oh, I'll take 2. Hey, look at the little telephone.
Keep your eye on him. He'll be over every day to use it. That's okay. Just as long as he dials 10-10, 3-2-1 first.
Isn't 10-10, 3-2-1 great? You should see how low my phone bill is.
And now it's even better, you know. Saves 50% off calls over 10 minutes.
Right, day or night. So I save big on all my most important calls.
Like when I call my boyfriend in New York.
Right, like when you call your boyfriend in New York. Wait a minute, boyfriend? You got a boyfriend?
During pit stops, Rusty Wallace came in for a second stop. He was the last car on the lead lap, and he came in to make a shock absorber adjustment. Ward Burton came in and a lot of steam from the hood of his car. Let's see what happened here to Jerry Nadeau.
Right by itself, you see the back started around. Now he locks the wheels up. Watch when he hits the grass here. Up, the roof flaps fly up and down through there he goes. He was lucky he slid exactly straight, never over towards the wall.
Let's get an update on pit stops. Here's Ralph.
Well, Mike, we'll start with Mark Martin. He was loose and pushing. He was pushing going in, loose coming off. They made some air pressure adjustments on the 6 car, took fuel and tires, of course, with him. With Jeff Gordon, they took a quarter pound of air pressure out of the rear tire to help get his car handling a little bit better. The crew down here, Dick Berggren said they had a 15.9. The crew down here thought they had a 15.7. One way or the other. It was a blazingly quick stop for the Gordon crew. Let's go to Glenn.
Down in Jeff Burton's pit, Ralph, pretty routine pit stop, 4 tires of fuel, very slight air pressure adjustment. Dale Jarrett, meanwhile, still fighting a pushing condition as he has all day long. They spent an extra couple seconds in the pits adjusting that car, trying to free it up. Rusty Wallace made 2 pit stops, made a shock adjustment, put a spring rub in the right rear. Here's Steve Burton.
Hey, Glenn, Dale Earnhardt is back here in the garage area. They've got the hood up. He's been talking to the team. Dale, what happened? Can you get back in the race?
Well, they're going to work on it. They're going to fit the frame in on the fuel pump and all. But we just got off the gas. You know, the wreck happened in front of us on the front straightaway, and we got off the gas and was rolling off into one. And damn, the car just took off and about caught it, and then it got in the loose stuff and it hit the wall. So it damaged it pretty hard. So we just wasn't handling all day long. We just was fighting a big push. After about 30 laps, the tires would go away to a push, and just fighting that the whole time. We didn't have the combination today. We just was that way off on the chassis.
Get it back in, Dale.
They're going to look at it and see what we can do yet.
Dale Earnhardt had a great week in Daytona and a tough day here at Rockingham. For the lead, Mark Martin took it. Jeff Gordon takes it right back.
Yeah. Jeff Burton went by Mark Martin also. You're riding with him off turns 2 down the back straightaway. He looks to the inside of Gordon. Thought better of it.
You know, buddy, for the first time in a while here at Rockingham, it's very hard to figure who has the toughest car. Here comes Burton again. There's no dominant car here.
I think these guys are pretty close, and see Bobby Labonte in the green car making them 4 guys going for the lead right now as he moves in there in 4th place.
And Dale Jarrett's coming. He's 5th. Side by side for the lead again. Here comes Gordon on the outside.
Well, if you like stock car racing, you'll like this. This is great stuff.
Burton again from the bottom. Slides up in front of Gordon. Oh.
Nobody said it was going to be easy. Now look at Dale Jarrett move in there. 5 cars now running for the lead.
And Mike Skinner has fought his way to the front of the 2nd pack. He's the 6th place car.
Almost trouble on the back straightaway. Bobby Labonte got into the wall almost, coming off the turn 2.
The fight is for 3rd. Jarrett on the outside. And Martin trying to follow him through. And again now, Jeff Gordon, his car drifts back in the field just a bit.
Same old, same old. He runs about 10, 15 laps before he really turns it on. Lets the tires get all the air pressure and everything right in it. Then he makes his move.
Jeff Burton, the leader. Bobby Labonte. Dale Jarrett up to 3rd. Mark Martin 4th. Jeff Gordon in 5th. 6th is Mike Skinner. Mayfield is 7th. Hamilton 8th. Labonte 9th. Bodine 10th. And Rusty Wallace 11th. All those cars on the lead lap.
Jimmy Spencer in that red and white 23 is not on the lead lap. He is in 27th spot.
Hey, give a call to that blue and yellow car right there. That's Kenny Wallace. He is 1 lap down, but he has been in that 12th spot for about the last 100 laps or so. First car a lap off the base.
They came here and tested on January the 2nd, and the temperature barely cracked 30. They thought they had the ace of the hole because they probably tested here when it was colder than anybody.
7th place battle. Jeremy Mayfield around the outside of the Kodak Chevy of Bobby Hamilton. So Jeff Burton begins to drive away once again, this time from Bobby Labonte. As we're back under green at Rockingham. We'll be right back.
There are many ways you can get stuck with a flat tire. But not with this tire. Even with no air pressure, you keep driving to safety. The Goodyear Aquasteel Run Flat. It could be the difference between getting stuck and getting there. Only from Goodyear.
They're the kind of folks who take pride in taking care of their car, who'd rather take the time and save the money by doing the job themselves. In other words, they're the kind of people who turn to AutoZone every week. And while they come to us for the quality parts, for the everyday low price, sometimes they come just for the advice. And that's okay, because at AutoZone, giving people what they need is what we're all about.
If it goes, then rolls, roars, and soars. Chances are it's on TNN Motor Madness. Experience the madness Friday night at 10 Eastern and Pacific on TNN Motor Madness.
Who are you?
See more smoke. Smoke detector. And I see more smoke coming from that toaster.
Thanks for warning us, Seymour.
I hate smoke. So whenever I see it, I make this noise to warn you. Because where there's smoke, there may be fire. Be cool about fire, say that. Be cool.
Help wanted. Immediate openings available. For the most important jobs in America. Helping the organizations that help children. Whatever you can do, in whatever time you have, you can make a difference. To learn how you can help in your community, reach us at this web address and number. We're fighting for the children. Whose side are you on?
297 laps complete here at the North Carolina Motor Speedway and the Duralube Big Kmart 400. A little problem with Steve Park's car there.
Yeah, right at the very back there, you can see a piece of metal right in that area right there, and it's giving it I'm sure the people behind him are wondering what it is, but it's really not as bad as it looks. That's a rubberized valance there on the back.
Yeah, it's not metal, just a piece of that bumper cover.
Right.
So should not be a big problem. Wally Dallenbach is giving this view from the Budweiser onboard camera, and to his right, Jerry Nadeau back in the race.